Rowan from the Newry Veterinary Centre. And hello, Fluffy. How are you this morning, Ruth's dog? How are you, Fluffy? This is a little pup. We're going to give him a quick once over. What does he see? He's a Bichon Frise.
Bichon Frise.
Yeah.
Hypoallergenic.
Yeah.
Good for people or houses.
Hyperallergenic? What's that?
They don't shed their hair, they don't cast hair. They're
Wow,
good
they
for
don't.
houses where you have children or people with asthma.
Yeah.
High maintenance because they're white, and they have a long coat that needs trimmed, and sharp teeth.
They have sharp teeth, as we're observing there.
When people are choosing pups, it's important to go to the house and you want to see the mother and father.
Yeah. John, can we come close can we bring in, get a sort of medium close-up of the dog here? It'd be nice to see him. For all the people out there in the community who go, isn't that lovely?
To see the blood.
So you go, yeah. So you were saying about going to buy a puppy.
Buy a pup. Be very careful when buying pups. There are an awful lot of puppy farmers all over Northern Ireland. There's a lot of pups exported from the north to England, Scotland, Wales. You want to see the mother and father. Well, you want to see definitely the mother. The father might not be there, but the mother should be there. You want to assess the mother, see that she's socialised, make sure she hasn't been brought from a shed down to the house just like a shop window. Take a look at her condition, make sure that she is well groomed, personality-wise as well. Pups should be clean. Ideally, you want to buy from a family pet or someone that has a family pet.
Tony, would you bring the little case over and we put it on the settee as well, so at a point in our interview we can finish examining the dog and put the dog back into the cage at the top, but we'll not do that yet. So you're going to talk to me about this particular creature.
Another thing's pedigree.
Pedigree?
If you're buying a pup and it's big money, you're looking for Kennel Club registered. A lot of people, for some reason, when people see pups, their minds turn to mush. They're like babies, and they part with their money too easily. So if you're spending $300, $350, you definitely want pups that are Kennel Club registered. Things to look out for are ears. Make sure the ears are clean. Eyes, bright, shiny. Nose, wet. Teeth, check the bite to make sure that the bite is perfect, where both sets of teeth meet instead of being undershot or overshot. Condition of the pup. Feel the rib cage. It should be fat cover. He's not malnourished. With a boy dog, check that he's 2 testicles. And that's basically it. You're looking for a bright, lively, vivacious pup.
Hello, vivacious pup. How are you? Hey, how are you doing?
Also, in a litter, you'll have alpha and omega pups. You'll have the cheeky pup and you'll have the timid pup.
Yeah. Hello.
The cheeky pup's hard to train.
Yeah.
And the omega pup's very hard to get out of his shell.
Thank you. There's another for him.
See if my fingers.
Yeah, that's good.
So you're looking for something in between, unless you want a mad thing like this.
He is mad.
Yes.
He's good.
But then who wants a retiring pup? You want something with a bit of attitude.
He's got attitude, this boy, has he not? He's good.
Training pups. Once a pup comes into a home, it can have difficulty sleeping because it's been separated.
You want to pop him in there and we can talk? Are you happy? Pop him in whenever you feel you want to.
When he comes home, because he's been separated from his mother, from his litter mates, they talk about a hot water bottle, a ticking clock that represents the mother's heartbeat.
Wow.
And a teddy bear, something snug and warm to curl up to. The pup will regard you and your family as its litter mates, or as its pack. It'll want to be the alpha in the house. So it will push and it'll test you. They can draw blood in good humour.
Yeah.
And that's normal. People often think the pup's vicious, whatever. It's not, it's just playing.
It's like a doggy's love bite.
Exactly.
Fellas and girls do it all the time.
And they can draw blood. It's if you
especially wee sharp teeth.
If you see bad attitude, that's when you have to reprimand.
Yeah.
Pups shouldn't be walked until after they're in vaccinations. Vaccines are extremely important. Some breeders give a 6-week vaccine, the value of which is very debatable. The first proper vaccine is at 8 weeks, and the second vaccine is at 12 weeks. And the dog should not be out until after the 12-week vaccine. Worming is also very, very, very important. Pups are born with a parasite called Toxocara, which is like a spaghetti type worm that lives in the gut. This is a public health risk, especially towards children. It can cause blindness in children. I know of 2 families where children have lost eyes because of Toxocara. It's important that pups should be wormed from 2 weeks old, and 2 to 3 weeks old, and they should be wormed every 2 weeks to 12 weeks, and then monthly from basically 12 weeks to 6 months old. And that's basically it. Toilet training is another matter.
How in heaven's name do you toilet train a dog?
A good question. Basically, if they're asleep, take them outside when they're waking up. If you fed them, straight outside, but let me tell you, tiles are the best idea.
Tiles?
And a good mop and plenty of newspaper.
I think there's...
And the good news is, by the time they're a year old or 9 months old, they might be toilet trained.
They might.
We're tired now. The excitement's got too much from.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly they go down. Is the Bichon Frise, is it a popular dog?
It is a very popular dog. They have attitude as well. They're not just lap dogs. They are quite feisty. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. But very popular at the present time.
There seems to be a goodness in that creature. I've seen them a couple of times, and
do you think so?
They're full of fun. You're eating down to the bone. You're a most courageous man.
Pups are amazing. They really are. And they all have their own personalities and their own different attitudes.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a pup.
He does. Pop him in there and we'll finish off. And that's all good. So what does your day hold for you?
Usual. We have a clinic to 12 o'clock. And then, I'll maybe try the front door. Nope.
He'll drop him in over the top there. That's it, Tony. You got him. Yeah, that's him.
Reluctantly.
He goes. Bye-bye, baby. Yeah. So you're clinicking. Anything can come to you at the clinic?
Anything can come in.
Yeah.
And then surgeries. I think we've only 4 operations today, so it shouldn't be too bad, and a couple of x-rays.
Yeah. Do you still get the same kick out of operating as you did the first time?
First time it would have been nervous.
Yeah.
Now I sort of, no operation's ever routine. Anything can crop up during it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I enjoy surgery.
Do you use diathermy or do you use blades?
Blades.
Yeah. Funny enough, in theatre for humans, I've filmed, they use the diathermy.
Hospitals have a budget that we don't have.
Wow, yeah, of course. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Diathermy would be very handy in some surgeries, definitely. But the majority of surgeries, blades are perfectly fine.
Yeah. The diathermy takes care of the blood
That's it.
issue as it goes, But I suppose too, if you're careful in cutting on the plane between at the right place in the flesh, you're not going to.
That's correct.
You're not going to scoot the blood.
Where diathermy would be very handy from our point of view are mammary lumps, where you're doing sort of large or removal of large amounts of tissue, and you'll get capillary bleeds rather than arterial or venous bleeds.
Yeah, I understand. Any big animals this week? Anything exciting happen to you since we last talked to you?
I was working the weekend, had 1 cesarean, 2 calvings, and the usual sicknesses.
Yeah. You were mentioning to me in passing before we came on air of the creatures that are born to the animal kingdom, 2 and 3 weeks old. There's a strange perfection in them.
There is, yeah. It's amazing. Occasionally we do spay animals that are early pregnant, and even at 3 weeks, you'll see toes, fingers, hands, paws. It'd be very, very difficult to tell the difference between an animal at that stage and a human in the early stages. And even though some of them are just little bits of jelly, you can see tadpole-shaped eyes, neural tubes for the brain and spinal cord. Life's amazing. And as you said, it's from conception, in my opinion.
And mine as well. As I say, I celebrated my 70th conception day the other day, and it was great altogether. Yeah. Well, we're going to let you go now for this week, and coming up shortly, we're going to be celebrating the most wonderful weekend, the Water Festival in Newry. It was a weekend second to no weekend that had gone before. There's a good man, Billy Campbell, coming in to tell me all about that.
Very good.
You go well. Take care.
Thank you very much, Rowan.
Go well. Some music, Sean.